So, continuation of the last video. My voice is getting a little bit strained here, so I'll probably wrap up here in another 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So now you sort of see how this starts to link together, at least hopefully. So think around it this way. We're building this content. We're using these networks like Facebook. We're using networks like Twitter, LinkedIn, Quora, all these others. We're creating content. We're getting them in these channels that are relevant. And our goal is to get them in front of the people that are most likely to buy our product. And those people, these audiences, we want to build these audiences in the community. People that are engaged with each other and engaged with our brand. That brand can be in Facebook groups. That could be in other forms as well. But we want to get them engaged. We want to provide value to them. By doing that, they're more likely to buy from us. So in the same way with email, when we're doing these outbound email sequences, we're trying to get people in a conversation. The same goal is happening over here. We're getting them in a conversation. But the conversation isn't via email in this case. In the case of content, it's via our content. We're understanding them, we're building a profile of who they are and what they're like. And that allows us to sell to them in a better, more targeted way. Because audiences are developed from all of the information we have about customers and leads, but they're also based on how people engage with content. And that's how you're able to build these really quite elaborate ad campaigns for clients. And let's go into two sort of processes that should start to make more sense now. And this buyer journey, or customer journey, or customer life cycle, it's all the same thing. Basically what we're doing is we're turning strangers into our customers, and then people that will help us get more customers. So strangers we want to build into customers, and those customers we want to become so excited about our product that they go tell other people that are like them. And those people will become customers. So let's go through this in a more linear fashion. I just want to get your overarching idea. So these strangers could be anywhere. They could be in our blog, they could be in social media, they could be so many different places. This is just a tiny fraction of really how we can attract people. And like, for example, the Medium publication you run, that you're attracting strangers into my network, into me. You're building them, and I'm building a relationship with those people. And then we're converting them. Those people aren't just strangers when they start to visit the website, the Medium publication. When you email them, when you send them a request, they're going to email. Now they know me. Now they see my face. We have brand identity. And then convert. And you're going to convert them, these visitors, into leads. This is the exciting part. Now, after they're visitors, maybe they're interested. And now it could be via calls to action on the website. It could be individual landing pages or pages on the website. We can then convert them into actual people that are interested, that want to talk about what we do. The thing I want you to keep in mind is this attract is important, is one of the most important, but this piece here is the second most important. And the second most important piece, which I probably should even rank these in order of importance, is equally as important as delight. Because if you can't get this done, if you can't make the user super happy about what the experience they have, then nothing else matters in what we do. And this relates to sales and marketing. And when I say if you can't make them happy, make a customer happy, that means get them to see that they've done something that's valuable for them. Now I'm going to go into a couple examples there. So when you convert a user, they're interested, and then you close them, you want to then bring them into that CRM system and get them going, get them moving, give them offers, give them free trials, do whatever you need to do to close them. And then you want to make sure that you're getting them to see the value you have delivered via your product or service. So let's go through 3 examples of this. Propeller CRM. This is going to be a super good example because I'm just in the beginning phases of actually bringing them on as a client. Now, you also should, I think you've watched a bunch of videos that I've recorded about them. So they are my personal CRM system, and they're also a CRM system for my clients. But now Propeller themselves, since I've gotten to know the founders really well, is now a client of me. So I'm going to help them sell their product. I need to probably log out. So they're a CRM system. So how am I thinking about this process? What are my goals? How am I going to make this happen for them? How am I going to create some success? What is the right way to engage with this client? Well, first I want to think, what are the channels or platforms, what are the bodies of water these customers are going to live? Well, there's so many different ideas here. So let's start doing it. Let's do a quick Google Doc and we'll write it out. So places we can attract our customers. So our customers could live in Facebook groups, definitely. Because there's lots of, I'm going to use FB as short for Facebook. I can also, there's pages of other CRM companies. FB. And then another thing I could do is I have access to, well, that's okay. In other places where customers could live, G2 Crowd. So this is a community for and Capterra is another one. Capterra is a good one. So both of these communities are websites where people can write reviews for software. So I want you to keep this in mind. These are just platforms. These are just another place where bodies of water for our customers. That's all these are. So while it sounds new, it's not. This is going to look very similar to you, right? So let's just search for CRM. Let's just do an example. I am bad at typing today. This shouldn't be surprising to you. Well, now we have a search. Yeah, but then we can click on the results of that search. And we have listings. What are these? Well, these are places where our products. Interesting. Let's keep visiting this. See, that's the way I think. That's where I want you to start to think like. We have a place where customers live. And these customers are in the HubSpot. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. That could have been an ad. That looked like an ad. Okay. So I accidentally clicked on the name. I would click on down here where it says reviews. So now there's another piece of this network. So now I have more information. Ooh, this is interesting, right? I wish they have that. It's a horrible banner. These are more pieces. These are probably standard. There's probably some similarities between different pieces of software and their structure, right? If I were to go view another software, I'm just going to open these links in a new tab so we can. So if we were to go to the top here of both these pages, they're looking pretty similar, right? Very similar, actually. We have an average rating. We have a little bit of about section. We have details, right? We're seeing some similarities to the structure of the information that's on this page. And that's good. We want that, okay? And we have more information down here. This is where it gets interesting. How interesting. We have a user, and we have information on this user. We have more information on this person. We have a name. We have a company. We have a name. We have role, we have a company, like, again, we have another company, we have another role, we have another name. Interesting. Now you can see people that reviewed this software, and we can get a lot of information off this, right? Well, I already built a scraper for Capterra, so I can scrape all these reviews and get these people's email addresses. They have reviewed a CRM software before. That's an audience, but how could I segment that audience? Well, in this case, I would want to take people that are, let's actually just do a quick example. Capterra. I have one here. No, I do not. Basically, let's imagine we had all this data in a spreadsheet, which I really wish I had my spreadsheet around right now, but I don't. It's on a separate drive. I may want to reach out to the people like Seth, everyone that sort of rated Pipedrive as a 2 on easy to, or less than 3 stars on easy to use, right? Or have said the word scale in the cons of their review, because I'm going to have it as a section, right? I want to know all these people, and I'm going to send them emails, like an email campaign that says to them, hey, Seth, I saw your review on Capterra for Pipedrive. We have a product like yours, or that we think you may like. Lots of people found it easier to use than Pipedrive. Do you mind if I would love to get your feedback? And that's an email I can send to Seth in this example. And everyone likes Seth. That's the power of channels. And let's go back to our Google Doc. So that's one. And then with Facebook groups, I could also do similar segmentation. I could also do, so between these two things, we could, that's our attract. This is horrible formatting. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay. Other ways we can attract them. Well, let's move on from attract. It's good for that. I don't want to overemphasize. I really want to get into these other areas. We've been talking a lot about attract. Convert. This is where things get interesting. I know, and I have tracking on all these users, everyone that comes to the platform and views their content, that goes and signs up for an account, that goes sign up but doesn't complete the sign up form, that starts here and then starts typing but goes away. I have all this information. I can market to these users, these people that hit this page without even them having to enter their email in Facebook ads. Well, how could I segment those users? Well, I could do it based on the time they spent on this page, the features they viewed. Did they view the features of the Facebook integration? Did they spend a lot of time on this piece? Or were they looking at the docs? I can have all that information rolled up, and I can then target the people based on that went to sign up. Because these people are interested, they're just going to complete. So I want to spend money to make sure those people do complete. So that's the attract component. And I want you to think of this, and I don't want you to get caught up in this word, the funnel. Funneled, I should say. So now after we attracted these people, we have convert. I don't think I wrote that in correctly. Did I close my document? Oh. Oh, I lost my page here. 1 second. Then we want to close these people. So now the people that are in trial, they may not convert to paid users. That's super important, right? We want to make sure these users convert. So, how do we do that? Well, a few ways. Now, I'm going to show you a tool that allows me to build campaigns for these users. And eventually, you're probably going to get into this, but right now, I'm probably going to leave or keep you. I'm probably not going to have you use this tool very often, but for you to understand it, so you understand how it fits into ads and everything else is important. Because this is just another arsenal. I do want you to be able to use this eventually. I'm going to switch this to circle test. Actually, I really would rather use regular. So, see down here, you've probably seen this in other products. This allows us to talk to our users in almost like when we talk on Slack or Facebook or on any other software, just like we're human to humans talking to each other, just like a support software. But the difference is it's human interactions. I can talk with this person and have a really fluid, easy to talk to conversation. Very simple, right? That's what we're going to do via this tool. That's one feature. But what else can we do with this tool? We can also do campaigns. So let's go over to Engage. This allows me to create a new message, a new pop-up message that will pop up. Let's call this I want to send you a quick little message that pops up right when a user logs in over here when something happens. Okay? But for this, I can't actually show you for this client yet. I'm going to show it to you for Circle. I want to show this message to all users who match these rules, that have done these things. I want to target people that are in trial. Or have signed up less than 7 days ago. These are all the people that signed up less than 7 days ago. Great. What's next? Now, let's say I then want to say people that have the last time we've seen them or they've been on the product is three days ago. So that means that these 5 users signed up 7 days ago and have not logged in or done anything on the product in 3 days. I may be worried about these people converting. I don't want to lose them. I don't want them to not close. Hence why I want to build a message. And in that message, on web, where the URL is let's say this. Now I'm not going to actually launch this campaign. So anyone that has logged in and has gone to that, when they go to the insights page, I want them to see this. This part, I want them to see this. I then want to write a quick message. There's different forms of messages I could write. I could write a little post that pops up over their screen. I could write a little side note, or I could do a little tiny pop-up like that. So many different ways we could do this. But I want a big message. I want to add an image. I can do a video. I want this to be really engaging. So I can write this whole message to these users to make sure they're engaged. Because I don't want them to leave. And I want to send it as the full message when they log in. That's pretty cool, right? We can send these people an automated message right when they log in to the platform. And I can even personalize it with placeholders. I can include their company name. I can include other fields such as the date they're supposed to launch on their product. I can include all these custom fields, and I can make a really personal message to this user. That's really powerful. That allows us to convert and close more users into paying happy customers. That's the goal. This is the key thing here. Intercom allows us to do that. It allows us to improve the customer experience for users and help them become power users, the best users of our product, the ones that know all the cool features. That's the delight. And delight allows us to take all these people that are loving our product, because we've helped them love our product. We've invested time and resources into them to show them how awesome our product is for them. And now they're excited, they're ready to buy. Now what happens? These guys become our most valuable assets. These guys can promote our product and tell their friends to all of their customers, all of their friends, all of their people that they think could benefit from what we do, their colleagues. This piece here is the driver of 90% of companies' growth. That's when you reach this phase, that's when the rest of the stack of content marketing, when the rest of the growth hacks, when the really advanced stuff really starts to take place. And remember that even though a customer converts, Facebook ads and all this content is so critically important. Think about this as the most important machine, or like a engine, that if it runs smoothly over and over, it just keeps churning, drives this entire process. And everything else we'll do comes back to this churn, this process. That is what we do. That is why what you do is so important. You're helping me build this process. You're helping me take customers from strangers all the way to the promoter stage. Hopefully this was helpful. I know this is like ridiculously long, but I think it was. I think it'll help you sort of get some background on how what you're doing interlinks with what I'm doing and how you're helping me. Thank you.